Today we'll start with forms of business organization under that one-person company. Now we have discussed about one-person company. We'll discuss about advantage of one-person company. Complex burden. The one-person company includes the definition of private limited company given under the section 2 subsection 68 of the Companies Act 2013. Thus, and one-person company is required to comply the provisions applicable to private company. However, one-person company have been provided with a number of exemptions and therefore have lesser compliance related to burden. So, second, organized sector. Now, proprietorship business was in unorganized sector. Now, one-person company is in organized sector. The one-person company will bring the unorganized sector of proprietorship into organized version of a private limited company. Various small and medium enterprises doing business as sole proprietor might enter into corporate domain. The organized version of OPC will open the avenues for more favorable banking facilities. Proprietors always have unlimited liability. If such a proprietor does business through OPC, then the liability of member is limited. So, minimum requirement: minimum one shareholder is required to form one-person company. Minimum one director is required. The director and shareholders can be same person. Minimum one nominee is required. There is no need for minimum share capital. Now, limited liability. Because in a proprietorship business, liability was unlimited. That means that if the proprietor was not able to pay its debt in time, its creditor in time, then personal assets of the personal property of the proprietor was also attached. But this is not the case in one-person company. The most important reason for shareholder to incorporate the single-person company is to desire for a limited liability. Or unfortunate events in business are not always under an entrepreneur control, and it is important to secure the personal assets of the owner if the business lands up into crisis. So we have to keep in mind that in case of proprietor it was unlimited, but in case of one-person company it was limited. Then legal status. Legal status means that one-person company is a private limited structure. This is the most popular business structure in the world. Gives suppliers and customers a sense of confidence in business, because suppliers in case of proprietorship or partnership they were not confident, but in case of one person they are confident. Large organizations prefer to supply goods to private limited companies instead of proprietorship firms. Private limited business structure enjoy corporate status in society, which helps the entrepreneur to attract quality workforce and helps to retain them by giving corporate designation like directorship. Now, adequate safeguard. In case of death or disability of sole person should be provided through appointment of another individual as nominee director. This was not in the case of proprietor, but this is on the demise of the original director. The nominee director will manage the affairs of the company till the date of transmission of shares to legal heirs of the demised members. So this is helpful for one-person company. Then easy to get loan from bank. In case of proprietor, it was not easy to get loan from bank because proprietor in sole proprietorship, it was limited capital was there. Now here banking and financial institutions prefer to lend money to companies rather than to proprietary firms. In most of the situations, bank insists the entrepreneurs to convert their firm into a private limited company before sanctioning fund. So it is better to register startup as one person